What's poppin', everybody? Whatever day it is, I hope you're having a phenomenal day. I'm super stoked to make this video. I haven't been this stoked to make a YouTube video in a grip ski. This is a book review. This is the first book review I've ever done. And the reason why I'm doing a book review is because this book inspired the shit out of me. Not really inspired me, but it just taught me so much that I'm like, okay, people need to, this deserves to be shared in a digestible manner. Even with reading this book or listening to the summary, recap, review, I would still highly recommend reading this book because there's a difference between consuming just to consume and understanding the whole book. So the book's called The Way of the Superior Man. I've never read a book faster. This is a 200 page book. And I finished it in like 6 days because I was just like, bro, this book is absolutely obnoxiously good. The whole concept of the book is that it's always tuning back into love between the feminine and the masculine polarities, to always tune back into love, to remove the ego from all relationships and always love, always lead with love. I basically wrote down a bunch of the chapters, my favorite chapters, and I'll read the chapter title and I'll give you a little review of that chapter. To be vulnerable even if it hurts. And I have a very, very hard time doing this one because of my past traumas. I'm sure everyone has a problem with this, you know? We're young and, you know, we're open, you know, until you're not, you know what I mean? The chapter is basically love even if it hurts. A feminine woman's main desire is love, to be loved. Men and the masculine grow by challenge, but the feminine grows by love and admiration and praise. I know a lot of the times for a man, for a guy, it's really hard to just like gas a girl up because you don't want it to get to her ego, but that's what the feminine desires, is to be praised, loved, validated, and the man grows by challenge. The man, like, that's why men love sports and competing, making more money. Who's making the most money, who's doing the best in basketball. Men grow by challenge. Chasing a girl, it's also a challenge. Always give her your gift, and your gift is love. Tolerating leads to resentment. Never tolerate your girl, because as soon as you tolerate your girl, it's going to lead to you despising her and resenting her. A superior man will always take responsibility. Whatever your girl's mood is, her mood is your challenge. And the challenge is to give her your gift and get her out of that mood by giving her your gift, which is love. The masculine gift of love is powerful as fuck. It's more powerful than we could ever imagine. And once you like recognize your gift and you give your gift, you really don't need to argue. That's why the next chapter is never argue, only love. Most of the time, like, I'll give you an example. Say you're in the car on the way home from like dinner with your girl and you say one wrong thing and she gets upset. She's like, what? Why did you say that? So then you guys get back to the crib and you guys are just chilling and she goes, can I talk to you? And you're like, oh God. She goes, do you really think this is gonna work? Like, bada. You have to ground yourself enough to know that she's not really upset about what she's saying she's upset about. She's just in a mood and she's looking for something to take her anger out on. So you go, look, I know you're not actually upset right now, you're just in a mood and you're looking for something to take your mood out on. I'm willing to talk to you through anything, but just know I love you. And she'll be like, fuck, I don't know what to do to that. Because you're leading back to love always. Always be willing to hear her out. If she's like upset, give her a big fucking hug, give her a kiss on the cheek. What she says she wants is not what she actually wants. Her ultimate desire is to feel your full consciousness. We use intercourse for the perfect example here. A lot of you guys saw this on my Instagram story, but what she says is not always what she wants. Say you guys you're doing it and she says she wants you to finish, and then you do because she says she wants you to. She doesn't actually want you to. She wants to feel your power to not do what she says she wants you to do. If you give in to her, you'll give in to the world. If she can succumb you, the world can succumb you. She doesn't want to be your number one. Honestly, the main concept of this book isn't love. It's that man should always be working towards his deeper purpose, his deeper goals, his deeper truth. Say you have to go off to war and your girl's like, oh, please stay. You can't go. And you do that. She's obviously going to be way more disappointed in the fact that you let your country down to stay with her. Even though she's saying she wants you to stay, she doesn't want you to stay because she knows you need to. And you need to know what you need to do. A feminine woman, their biggest desire is a masculine man with a strong sense of clarity and direction. She needs to be able to feel comfortable and relaxed in your sense of clarity so that when she's with you, the feminine can relax and just be her pure radiant energy. And you need to be the masculine, strong sense of direction and confidence in the vision. Your excellent track record means absolutely nothing. The feminine responds only to the energy of the moment. So say you've literally never fucked up. You've literally not fucked up one time. Say one day you get caught up at work and you forget that you're supposed to go to dinner with your girl and her friends. And you show up late and you come home and she's all pissed off. You cannot say, dude, this is the first time I messed up. Like, you can't be upset at me. Like, I got caught up at work. The feminine reacts to the energy of that moment. So your track record means absolutely nothing. So what you do is you lead into love and you go, blank name, I'm sorry, I love you, I'll make this up to you. Just love, bro. Literally just love her. Love her in that moment. Give her your gift, your love, your energy. That's the only thing that can get her to mellow in the moment. The masculine desires freedom, but the feminine desires love. That's why men love football, you know, like to break free of the tackles, to score, to not have to work for anybody. The masculine desires freedom, but the feminine desires love. Once you recognize these polarities, that the girl is always just wanting to be loved. And 95% of your girl's problems come from a lack of love. So if you can recognize this and be the superior man and take responsibility for her emotions, her mood, and you take responsibility and be like, this is probably my fault for not loving her enough, validating her enough, complimenting her enough, being physical with her enough. The superior man takes responsibility. Embrace the deepest parts of yourself, even the darkest parts of yourself. Embrace those things, because if you don't embrace even the darkest parts of yourself in your relationship, your sexual urges, they're going to be suppressed, and that suppressed energy lingers and builds and builds and builds. While having intercourse, you should feel yourself into her, your boundaries dissolving so that you become her. When you're doing it, basically, none of the focus should be on you. None of the focus should be on you finishing. Feel into her. Literally imagine what she is feeling by giving her your gift. So you give her your gift and you just feel her energy. All of your attention is focused on her and none of it is self-satisfactory attention. All of your energy goes to her. Turn your lust into gifts. His desire is not concerned by denying sexual attraction, by enjoying it fully and circulating it through his body. So whenever you look at a girl and she's bad as hell, or you're on the internet, you see some booty or some shit, I don't know. Whenever you feel that sexual desire, you need to circulate this energy or else it's literally just gonna linger. So what you do is you breathe that energy, that lust, that desire, and you let it move through you. You circulate that energy. A superior man circulates the energy of arousal through his body, not allowing the energy to get stuck. That's what I just said. A superior man always assumes complete responsibility. Her mood is your challenge. Ejaculation should be converted or chosen consciously. So basically, there's a whole chapter on how men should avoid ejaculation unless they're doing it consciously. And I know like there's this whole like stigma of nofap going around, and like, and I get that, and I know that a lot of dudes struggle with it. A lot of dudes struggle with it because it's sexual desire is one of the strongest emotions that our human body can produce. No one's ever gonna tell you how to circulate that energy through yourself so that it doesn't linger, and I just did. Breathe it through you. The reason why you unconsciously have a release multiple times is because you aren't intentionally breathing enough throughout your day. Whenever you feel that desire to watch porn, watch whatever, intentionally breathe the energy through you. And I'm telling you, it literally will take your mind right off of it. But honestly, admire that the desire can be so strong. When you see a girl and you think she's beautiful, just admire her beauty. Admire all of it, the wholeness of it, and breathe it through you. The power of the feminine energy is magnificent. So ultimately, this book was literally fucking insane. My summary didn't do this book justice. I will tell you that right now. Like, this dude's articulation of these concepts is absolutely insane. Like this part right here, it says, without imposing your needs on her, let your love penetrate to the deep part of her that is totally open to love, that is love itself. When she feels the absolutely trustable nature of your loving, that you are truly with her, committed to loving, and you're not going to get lost in the self-enclosed spasm of your own pleasuring, she will begin to trust you with her vulnerable core. Insane. When a girl can feel that you're not just having sex with her so that you can nut, she will actually expose you to the most vulnerable parts of herself, is what that just said. But some girls will want you to just ejaculate because that way they don't have to open all the way and expose the depths of their touch. They don't want to feel you persist beyond their habitual closure. They would rather stay in control and draw your ejaculation out whenever they want. They want to have the power. But by not nutting, you're maintaining your power. You see? So basically, this book is one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. I think every man should read this. I'm gonna give this to my little brothers. Honestly, probably my dad, because my dad hasn't read this. Like, I have a deeper understanding internally than what I can enunciate right now. Also, insane things I learned from this book is that your woman will also reflect your unconscious to you. If she gets mad at you for watching TV all the time, she's not mad at you for watching TV all the time. She's mad at you because she's feeling like your masculine sense of direction isn't as clear as it should be. She's not mad at you because you said you were gonna clean the garage and you didn't. She's mad at you because you lied. She's mad at you because you said you were going to do something and you didn't. She doesn't give a fuck about the garage being dirty. She gives a fuck about you being a man of your word. She doesn't care about how much money you have as long as your sense of direction and clarity is leading to a promising, comfortable, and fulfilling future. She wants someone who is driven, ambitious, eager for more. She doesn't want to be your number one. Even if she may say she wants to be your highest priority, she doesn't, bro. Your main priority should always be attacking your goal. And if that means leaving her, you would have to do that. My mentor, great story here. He was absolutely in love with this girl. Like his first love, he said, where he actually loved her. The relationship was going great. But it came to the point where he had to move to Miami to achieve his dreams. And he had to leave her. He had to break up with her to accomplish his dreams. And what did this probably do for the girl? Show him that he is a masculine man, driven and clear on what he needs to do. She needs to feel like you would be able to leave her at any given moment to pursue your dreams, because that is the way of the superior man, always prioritizing his dreams over intimacy. The woman prioritizes intimacy, but the masculine prioritizes his deepest purpose. So if you're a young man right now, there's absolutely nothing you should be concerned about other than figuring out your deepest purpose. And if you know your deepest purpose, that should be where all of your energy is going right now, until a girl comes into your life and recognizes that, like, yo, this is a masculine man with a very strong sense of direction. You should not be chasing girls right now, especially if you're young, bro.